One day, Julius Malema said that President Zuma, former president of South Africa, he was not right to form another political party, which is MK Party. He must say, he must use the opportunity of young African in South Africa to tell them what we need to do. Because once he creates a party, it will take a long time to implement some ideas. Let Jacob Zuma use the young or use other politicians who are in power today to tell them what to do. So I want to share with you this thing. Jacob Zuma said that how come South Africans, not only South Africans, just this message to the whole continent of Africa, indigenous people do not own any economic means. I'm speaking about industry or companies which are used to implement or used to take as one way or other in developing a certain country. Instead, in the whole continent of Africa, all big industries are owned by Westerners. So this is what Jacob Zuma said on his speech.
If you get to the bank, you are black, you say, I want to do this business, no matter how much your plan is, they will ask you questions that almost equals your hair. And at the end, they'll say, sorry, we are not in a position to give you. But if a white person came in and said, I do want to have a business, the questions would not be as so much. And at the end, the answer would be, you have the funds. At times with very little question, it tells you that equality, much as it is in our constitution, is not yet there. We can think it is not. I always tell people that even if you were driving in the national road, the black policeman stops. They're generally very rough. Ipi passport yakho ipi into better. And then we are going to go serious, and from there we answer kancane. Ulindele ukuthi keep some money, take the money out and bribe. Uzamdedele, otherwise we are bad. But if a black policeman sees a white man driving, come very softly. Sorry, sir. I would like to see your papers, sir. The approach is not the same. That tells you we are not the same. Some stay in the cities, some stay, what is it next to the city? Huh? What? Township, yes. Why are we staying in the townships? Tell me, why are we staying in the townships? Why not in the cities? I'm not talking about the small people who are still sitting there because they've got money. It tells you that that freedom we talked about has not arrived, the final one. And if we don't realize that at this age, at this kind of people, then we're in trouble. That's why it is important to remember Zulu. What they used to say, how they fought, how they organized the best cadres who became presidents. Thinking was accurate, was clear, was serious. Can we? I always say we are funny in any case because our ancestors established a national movement of the black people of South Africa. We We are separating ourselves every day. I don't know how many political parties we have. What will that help us with? The more political parties we have, the more the majority reduces from us, which we could utilize now to have a two-thirds majority and correct things in this country. I'm so happy that we have raised the name of Sisulu to become a name again in whatever we do. And I wish we could raise the name of the Mbegis, the names of, I'm not making a mistake because we are young. When I'm talking about the Mbegi, I'm talking about the father of Thabo Mbeki, which is called Govan Mbeki. I don't want him to make a mistake. He's not yet at that age. That's the age of the father. And many of them. This to me must touch our thinking about our country. This country is a wonderful country. It cannot be a one-sided thing forever. Those who fought to have equal rights and everything, we must follow them. It must be truthful, it must be right. I'm very happy that we have this, and I hope, my good sister, those who are going to support this, know it is a support which is very fundamental to our, whatever you call it. It's not something that we are just saying, here is this gentleman who was nice. You know, the old man, President Mandela, used to say for him to be what he became, it was because of this man. He used to tell a very nice story that when he came to Johannesburg for the first time, he was shocked to see a black man typing, because that's what Sisulu was doing. Hey, this man is so educated. He knows to touch these things. Because he says that's where he got into politics that made him the greatest leader in the world. And the man who made him the greatest leader remained a great leader, although he was not as other places. There are also reasons why the Mandela, particularly among the leaders, was promoted. Mainly, that was the work of President Oliver Tambo when he went to prison. Now, I would appreciate my good sister and everybody else to say, we don't just do this for the sake of it. We must actually help ourselves to appreciate where we come from and what we need to do in order to be what we are supposed to be as citizens of this country. Well, I'm happy, and I'm happy to visit Robben Island. I stayed here for 10 years. And I can tell you, the atrocities here, they were serious. You know, I was telling a story to my colleagues here, how we were beaten up on the second day of our arrival. Because one of our comrades protested when he saw comrades being beaten up, and they thought they must teach us a lesson. And one old man, Natavarian Maidu, from Durban, he got tired and he went to the ward and said, "Sir, I can no longer continue." He said, So
as you heard what Zuma said, and now let us discuss. You know, many speeches of Julius Malema speaking about Africans, we must own the means of production. And he said that if he will come to be the president of South Africa, he will nationalize all these things. He will nationalize land, all these medias, mines, industries to be in the hands of Africans, not to take this from the white, but what built on the land of South Africa will be the property of who built it, but what is up that or on that will be the property of South Africans. And he spoke many things that once not only him, any leader from South Africa wish to nationalize all these things, that Africans now we must own our means of production. And not only Julius Malema, even Captain Ibrahim Traore from Burkina Faso. We see him, and now he cancelled all mining license from the multinations company, and all this will be mines in under the companies in Burkina Faso. And we all know that Burkina Faso has created the gold refinery plant there with the hands of Russia. So it means that all minerals from Burkina Faso will be processed in Burkina Faso. End of the day, what we reap there is the final product. So by doing that, we'll see the value of our resources. Example, as you see, what's behind me, this is all this land. This is all arable lands, and this is in Africa. So how come this land is owned by Americans or Chinese or other countries apart from Africa? What we know that on the land is minerals, and all resources, African resources, are found on the land. So what Malema calling Captain Ibrahim Traore and all presidents from the region of Sahel, Chani from Niger and Simigweta from Mali, is what we need to see in the whole continent of Africa. So President Zuma spoke what Julius Malema, Kwame Nkrumah, Julius Nyerere, Gaddafi, and other former leaders in the continent of Africa spoke at that time. And what we need now is not only speaking as what President Zuma doing. We need to see an action as what these Sahelian countries leaders doing. So we need to see those in Africa. So brothers and sisters, just a little that I want to share with you. We see the idea of Jacob Zuma now joining with the idea of Julius Malema to form this dream to become true, that African, end of the day, we need to have, we need to own this means of production. So brothers and sisters, let me end here, and this is what I want to share with you. Thanks for watching, thanks for your time, and this is Facts About Africa, the African channel. We share thoughts, and sometimes we provide solutions for our own problem, because we believe that African problems for African solutions. Thank you.